book of Proverbs, chapter 4, and verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth a home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all people, and heapeth unto him all nations. We gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. The book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Havushai, Wahara Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect that seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel, that scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some looking like the heathen. Begin with the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets, shalom. Long-term pain, short-term, short-term pain, long-term gain. Short-term pain, long-term gain. And that's what we just read. Esau is causing all of this. All right? Why? Because he's at the end of his empire, and he knows it. But this is the result. This is the so-called long-term gain, but it's going to be short-lived. See, they cause all these things to happen, the chaos, the stress, okay, the death, the hardships. They're causing these things, right? That's the short-term pain for the long-term gain. What the long-term gain is this? My fault, I'm sleeping. Revelation 6, 13 and 15. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So Esau is bringing this image of the beast, this new world order, to pass, this beast system to pass, the digital system to pass. All right? So if you don't worship, pay homage, submit to it, you will be killed literally and or separated, cut off from society. You won't be able to function, okay? You'll be exiled. Verse 16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their heads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see, you won't be able to function unless you what? Have the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip that they're going to present to you. All right? You put in either hand or your forehead. All right? It's a literal device that they're going to put inside of your body. All right? Where they're going to try to make you take it, just like COVID. All right? The same thing's going on. All right? It's nothing new. All right? Except this time, it's been a hell of a lot more difficult. All right? Because when everything is cut off, the food, the resources, hey, just like we've been saying through the Spirit and Power, how about Shema Shai, beginning with the elders, the apostles, the big brothers of the great millstone, and beginning with them first, trickling down to us younger brothers, you know, this is what they're doing. They're causing all this hell and chaos, collapsing the system, putting everybody in a strait and difficulties. And after seeing, you know, after people become worn out, stressed out, pressed out, they're going to want the medicine, they're going to want the food, they're going to want the comforts, because they're going to be so beat up in the flesh, man. All right? They're going to be so beat up. All right? They're going to be worn out. They're going to be so terrified to the point where they can say, you know what, no, we need to function within this system. We'll take the mark of the beast. We'll bow the knee. That's what 2/3 of Israel gonna do. You Edomites, it don't matter what y'all do, y'all gonna get destroyed anyway. All right, and you're an Edomite based upon your seed line, not your skin color, which is the seed lines to your father. It says Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom to him that has understanding, count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 636. And that's this beast system, man. This digital beast system. Alright? But you take it, you already know the end result. Revelation 14, starting at like the 9th verse, you're gonna be destroyed. But before you get destroyed, Revelation 16:2, you're gonna get cancers and sores. Alright? You're gonna wish you were dead. Alright, so that's the short-term pain for the long-term gain. Alright? That's the result that they're going to bring forth. Alright? That's that peace and safety that they're going to bring forth. That's what they're going to say. This is for your safety, for your aid, for your comfort, for your convenience. This is for you to be able to comfort so you can have your resources again. The essential, the principal things for man's life. But hey, it's gonna get you destroyed, man. All right. Now let's play this video right here by my man Yacht Motley. It's titled "Americans Are Not Prepared for What's Coming Next," and it's terrifying. Well, us as a hopeful elect that's seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel, trusting and believing and calling upon the names of Yahweh Shema Shah, are prepared in the spirit. All right. Well, 2/3 of Israel are not. And we pray to Yahweh Shema Shah, protect us during these times and keep us, not keep us, but continue to build us up in the spirit, because we don't want to stay on the same level. We want to increase during these times, so we can continue to be built up in the spirit, so we won't fall into temptation and give in and take this chip, man. All right? Because see, in order to be built up, you have to be tried and tested. Hey, you know, we have to be tried and tested, and we must pass these tests, man. All right? So don't expect for things to be easy. Just expect that Yahweh Shema Shah put the spirit on us to get through these obstacles, man. Because remember, you can't expect to get to the end unless you pass the test. And in order to get to the end, you got to be built up in the spirit to pass each test. And we don't know how many tests we're going to have. We just know it's going to be a test. All right? Various tests. And we got to pass all of them. Okay? When I said we don't know what the test is, meaning even throughout this time, these end times, we're going to be faced with many things. It's not going to just be one thing. All right? The hour of temptation is the mark of the beast. Okay? Us being tried. But it's going to be so much going on through that. You know, the things we're going to be seeing, some days we're not going to eat. Some days we're going to see things that we're not used to seeing. We might be a little down and, you know, and things of that nature. You know, might be hurt, feeling sick or something like that. All right? When the scripture says we'll be protected from all those things, that means, hey, we'll be delivered and healed from those things. Okay? So some of us will get sick. But hey, if we trust and believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, they're gonna heal us. But we got that's a test. Remember, we can see family members get snatched up. We're gonna get some of us can get kicked out of our houses. You know, and we can go through different things, man. But it's a test, and we got to pass each test. All right? We got to pass each test. We got to pass the mark of the beast. Remember, we got to be built up. Continue to be built up during these times, so it's not going to just be a steady road. No, it's a rough road, highs and lows, dips and bumps and curves. All right, debris in the road. Okay. So I just want to play this video. I'm gonna play the first 6 minutes and like 30 seconds, and just it's the same thing as CV from 2020 now 2026. Hey, it's all planned, all right? And listen to the propaganda, man, all right? So they're letting you know that, hey, now this war real, But this war had to happen to bring these things to pass. All right? And hey, these things are being, Yahweh Shemashah speeding things up. He says he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. And this is nothing compared to how fast Yahweh Shemashah really going to speed it up for, once these things really hit, the power outage and the rationing and the famine and the death, the people breaking the folks' houses, all of that. All right? So they stay in the spirit, man. Continue to trust and believe and call upon the names of Yahweh Shemashah, spirit and in truth, man. Now we're going to play this video, and that's going to be it. I'll put the link to my man Yacht Motley's video in the description box. And if you want to watch the full video, Shalom.
This is a short-term disruption for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain be for long-term gain.
We're going to have some short-term pain.
I want you to look at this and decide, is this propaganda? Because things are starting to get scary. Same playbook all over again. Watch this.
With long-term gain.
Short-term pay for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain, yes, but we've got some long-term gain. Short-term spike for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain for American consumers. We may have to deal with that in the short term.
It just keeps going
short-term
on
and temporary.
Temporary short-term pain.
It's going to suck in the short term.
Some short-term pain. Short-term pain. We have to focus on the short-term.
Short-term.
Short-term, short-term, shorter-term, and long-term.
Short-term.
Hopefully this is a short-term pain. Short-term is highly outweighed of the long-term benefits.
Some short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain.
This is a short-term disruption for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain for the long.
And if you haven't noticed, this just keeps happening. They get a line, they say it over and over and over and over and over until people just assume short-term pain, long-term gain. And then they start telling their friends, and then everybody just believes it. It's like 2020 called, and it's telling us, hey, this is the same thing that happened to you last time. Something is not right, and it's starting to get scary.
Diesel went up 8 cents this morning. It is projected to go up 12 cents tomorrow night. Home heating oil went up €100 this morning. It's already sky high. Another €100 and projected to go up another €120 tomorrow night. This is happening in real time. And you sit there and you think people can wait for another week while you get your act together. People can't wait. They demand action now. And there is solutions that can be put forward. You can reduce the taxes on petrol, diesel and home heating oil. You can do what we have set out in our legislation. This could happen right here, right now. We could bring it.
And what's crazy is they won't. They will not reduce the taxes, and they know we're all burdened by their political performance. Whether it was TSA just trying to get paid to make their bills while they squabbled over a bill that would check IDs to vote. Meanwhile, the people that check IDs for a living are the ones that actually get hurt. All this stuff just keeps getting worse and worse. And the more we allow politicians to do this kind of stuff, is the more the common man suffers.
Fisk, he's hunting us. Maybe it's time we started hunting them.
We could use more people like you.
We allow politicians to do this kind of stuff, is the more the common man suffers.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. So we're going to burn through a huge portion of the strategic oil reserves that are currently stored around the world. That'll probably take 3 to 4 years minimum to replace, which means that oil won't be on the market. So baseline prices for oil and gas will be higher for several years. And what that means is instead of oil returning to like $60 a barrel, it'll stay at around $80, $85 a barrell.
Which is where they want it to be.
Because we have to replenish those reserves. But the thing that will probably impact you the most is inflation that's coming. It's already here, but it's coming. Food, manufacturing, transportation. Shipping fuel for cargoes is at an all-time record high. That will continue as we experience diesel shortages in different places around the world.
Not to mention
Probably
plastics.
not in the United States, but it's still going to impact us. So I would expect to see a pretty good jump in inflation real soon. And we're about to get a new Federal Reserve chairman that will do anything Donald Trump says, and he will refuse to raise interest rates even though we'll need to tamp down inflation. That'll be fun. Oh, in addition to that, we're going to have a fertilizer shortage, which will reduce greatly crop yields around the world, which means there'll be less food. There could be shortages in certain places around the world. Probably won't have shortages here because we'll just pay for it. But something else that no one else is considering, besides the fact that everything is going to be more expensive for probably 3 to 4 more years when this is over, is the fact that Iran will have won. The regime will be in place, still. We did not liberate anyone, still. Not much emergency oil stored around the world. And if they choose to do so, they can wreak havoc on a lot of places around the world because there's not going to be a lot we can do about it.
As long as the strait stays closed, the entire world's economy is just going to choke to death, okay? It is just going to slide downhill day by day. And what's the insight is how are they going to open it up? Unless Iran opens it up. They're not going to occupy the island. They will be catching lead in buckets from those mountains. It is literally like a fish.
Astronomically high, and here's why. And I hate doing these videos, but here we go. Fertilizer is getting squeezed hard. It's doubling in price, it seems like, maybe even higher. The supply is going to start running low. We're in the middle of spring planting, and the rest of the country is about to be too. That is when you see a whole lot of fertilizer starting to get applied to field crops, and a lot of farmers are trying to switch over to other crops that require less fertilizer, but some farmers are not going to even be able to source fertilizer this year.
This is true.
30% of the overall global supply comes through the Strait of Hormuz, which is being
supply shop.
You all know why. So anyway, what that means is that fertilizer goes to producing field crops that feeds livestock, grows crops, the whole 9 yards. So vegans, meat eaters, everybody's going to be affected. I really hate to say it, but this is really going to be hard on American agriculture and agriculture across the globe, because as much of the stuff as we import, they're going to be affected too, y'all. Anyway, some things that y'all can do, because luckily I'm just trying to get this message out there. If you can start planting a garden and growing some of your own food, if you don't know how, I'm happy to show y'all container planting for people.
Being self-sufficient, the trick with that is you have to do it as a co-op. One guy grows this, one guy does this, one lady makes bread, one person grows chickens, one person grows cattle. It's hard to do it all yourself. It's a full-time job. But we got to start learning how to be more self-sufficient.
Voted for a Democrat?
That's it. Stay prayed up in the name of how about Shema Shah. And remember, they want you eating out of the palm of their hands. Or should I say, they want you eating out of the crack of their ass. Alright, they want you to take this MOTB. Alright? Stay prayed up in the name of how about Shema Shah.